Timmers here. Now, Star Trek nowadays seems to be mostly on TV. You know, just like with Star Wars nowadays, like we haven't really had a Star Trek movie in years, that is, since 2016 Star Trek Beyond. Coming next year will be 10 years since we had a Star Trek movie in years. So, big question is, like, will we ever get to see, go back to the world of Star Trek on the big screen rather than the small screen and all? Well, it looks like according to Paramount according to the people over at Paramount, Star Trek is their top priorities here. As part of the new report from Deadline on the merger and what Paramount's movie priorities are moving forward, several big name franchises got an update. Firstly, the word of Star Trek, which Deadline reports is a high priority for Skydance and Paramount. The report mentions that 2 films are in development, one of which has Andor director Toby Haynes, set to attach. Almost kept calling him Todd Haynes. Imagine Todd Haynes directed Star Wars, but it's Toby Haynes. While the other is set to feature Captain Kirk, Spock, and others characters returning, with J.J. Abrams producing both. Now, it doesn't really say if they are planning to do another one with Chris Pine, with Zachary Quino, with Zoe Saldana. I know Simon Pegg was at like a Comic-Con convention, I think a Star Trek convention, mentioning that he'll love to go back to the world of like Star Trek. Whether we ever get to see the OGs back, it is unfortunate we won't really get Anton Yelchin back. I hope if we do get a new Star Trek with them, I wonder if they're like just gonna recast, like either recast the character or just not have the character in it. I will say. Anyway, again, I'm definitely down to see more Star Trek movies on the big screen. I mean, the Star Trek shows, I know Rob and I now are not a fan of the Star Trek shows nowadays, but Star Trek shows like Picard's was pretty good, and I'm actually looking forward to check out that Academy one that they have coming. But other than that, I don't know, Star Trek on TV, I still haven't really seen like some of the other ones, but I don't know, I feel like just like with Star Wars, Star Trek should come to the big screen again. So hopefully we get a new one down the line, but we'll see. Anyway, let me know you guys. What are your thoughts on Paramount saying that Star Trek is a top priority for them? Are you even interested in seeing more Star Trek movies for the big screen? Are you even a fan of Star Trek? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Suicide.